A year had slipped by since the day I walked out. No messages, no explanations, not even a scribbled note. I disappeared like a ghost, and maybe that was cruel, but when trust is shattered by betrayal, kindness isn't what guides your choices. Survival does. I told myself that chapter was closed, buried deep and forgotten, but the past has a way of creeping back. Sometimes it returns in a familiar scent, a voice etched into memory, or the sudden presence of someone you swore you'd never face again. It happened on a morning I thought was ordinary. Same cafe, same time, just another cup of coffee. But it wasn't just another day. I felt her before I saw her, like a chill brushing against my skin. And then I turned, and there she was, the woman who once swore forever, the woman who broke it apart. For a moment, I froze. She looked changed, not older, but worn, as if life had been unkind since I left. I thought I'd feel satisfaction seeing that, maybe even a sense of justice. Instead, all I felt was cold. "Hi," she said, as though nothing had happened, as though she hadn't set fire to everything we built. I stayed silent. She stepped closer. "Can we talk?" I stared at her, unprepared. She was supposed to have moved on, to erase me as though I had never mattered. But her eyes carried something fragile, part regret, part loneliness. The words slipped from me before I could stop them. "Why now?" Her gaze dropped to her hands. "Because I can't stop thinking about you, about what I did." My jaw tightened. It wasn't anger rising in me, but that familiar ache, the kind that lingers long after the shouting fades. I had lived in that silence for a year. She hadn't destroyed me in one single blow. It was the lies whispered too many times, the endless nights, and that one careless message she forgot to erase. "I miss you already. Last night was perfect." Those words shattered me. That was the night I walked out without a scene, without a confrontation. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of knowing how deep the wound ran. I just vanished. And now, here she was, standing in front of me, trying to mend a wound she carved. "I made a mistake," she whispered. I almost laughed. "A mistake. Forgetting your wallet is a mistake. Sleeping in another man's bed while I worked myself to exhaustion to give us a future. That was a choice. What do you want?" I asked flat, detached. Her eyes lifted, pleading. "I just want to talk. I want you to hear me. Please." I didn't know her a thing, but maybe I owed myself something. With a slow nod, I gestured toward the street. "Walk with me." For a while, only our footsteps and the sound of traffic filled the air. Then she spoke. I didn't mean for it to happen. I felt invisible, so lost. "You were always working, always tired." I just wanted to feel seen. There it was, an excuse dressed up as explanation. I had imagined this conversation 100 times, and it stung just the same. "I was working for us," I said quietly. "I was breaking myself for us." She stopped walking, her voice breaking. "I know. I see that now. I didn't back then." For a moment, I believed the pain in her voice. But it didn't matter. "You didn't just break my trust," I said. "You broke me." Her eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry." "I believe you," I replied. "But sorry doesn't rebuild what you destroyed. Sorry doesn't erase the nights I sat alone, wondering why I was enough." Her voice trembled. "I wasn't trying to replace you. It was a reckless, empty moment. That moment ended everything." I answered. Silence fell between us. Then she reached into her pocket and pulled out a folded letter. "I wrote this months ago. I never had the courage to send it. I took it, but didn't open it. I'm not here to win you back," she said softly. "I just needed you to know you mattered, that you still matter." She stepped back, waiting, hoping I'd reach for her. But I couldn't, because love doesn't always survive betrayal. Sometimes it just dies quietly. I looked at her one last time. "Take care of yourself." Her face broke, but she didn't argue. She only nodded, then turned and walked away. This time, I didn't stop her. I stood watching as she disappeared down the street. And for the first time, there was no rage, no ache, only calm. Closure doesn't always come with forgiveness or reconciliation. Sometimes it arrives a moment you realize you were strong enough to walk away and wise enough never to return. I went home lighter that day, not because I forgave her, but because I finally forgave myself.